Welcome. Today we're going to build the adjustable quantity auto loading shulker system capable of restocking itself after the 10 items are dispensed. You will need the following items, starting with the block of your choice. This can be built in a 5 by 11 area and directly next to an adjacent unit. To begin, place a block down and then a temporary block in front of it, a block on top of it, and then bring it on around a block, another one, and another one, like so. Place a repeater down here and a temporary block. Go ahead and place a dropper right here. And a comparator coming out and a comparator going into that comparator, and place your redstone block. Go ahead and place a piece of glass next to the redstone block and then another piece next to that. Go ahead and place an observer here and then your primary block on top of it and next to it. Go ahead and place some temporary blocks down here, and then a block on top of it, followed by a piece of obsidian. Go ahead and place the hopper going down into your dropper and then in from the side. Place a comparator on top of the hopper and then another one going into that comparator. And then place your chest. Place a block next to the obsidian and place your dispenser on top of it. Place a block on top of the dispenser and a piece of obsidian next to it. Now place a piece of obsidian next to this hopper and go up 2. And come out 1 more. On top of this block here, place a regular piston. Place some redstone dust on this block and this one. Place a repeater going here and here. Place the block up here and down here next to this comparator. And place a sticky piston underneath that. Place some temporary blocks up here. A block on top of it, with a block coming out. Go ahead and move your temporary blocks out. And come up 1 and out 1. And place another block. Place a repeater going into the sticky piston and some redstone dust. Place a redstone torch here and here. Place an observer at that redstone torch. Place an obsidian block next to the observer. And then place a normal block here and next to it. And then come out in front of it, like so, and again, but not up here. Place a repeater coming out of the observer, set it on 2 ticks, and a repeater going into it. Redstone dust here, here, and up here. Place some temporary blocks, and place a block on top of it. Place a block here and here, and get rid of this temporary block. Let's go ahead and get rid of our scaffolding. Let's go and place some temporary blocks down. And place a block on top of it. And come back forward. Go ahead and place 4 repeaters down. And some redstone dust. Place a block on top of that. And bring up some temporary blocks. Place a block on top of that. Place a comparator going to this block and this block. Place some temporary blocks up again. Place a hopper going into here, and a hopper going into that hopper, delete this hopper, and then have the hopper go into the other hopper. Place a block next to this hopper with a redstone torch on this block and this block, followed by some dust. Place an item in the hopper and put some glass or something over top of it to stop items from falling in. Go ahead and remove your temporary blocks. Go ahead and place a temporary block here and above it. Place a sticky piston here and 2 slime blocks on top of it, and 1 coming out here. Place an observer here and a block here. Need some redstone dust here. And we need to put some temporary blocks in here. Place a block on top of this. And your final repeater here. Place a hopper here pointing down into your temporary block. And then your final hopper here going into the side of your dispenser. Place a button on the side of the block here. Going down here and break your temporary blocks. Actually, this block here should have been glass. And then break these temporary blocks. Place glass here. Make sure you remove all items from your dropper. And place a redstone torch here. And place your final button right here in the front. Go ahead and place some temporary blocks down just so you can get up to the top here to adjust it. I'm just giving one final check over, making sure everything is correct. Go ahead and place your chest here. Now let's go ahead and start loading the system. Place your primary item in the chest. And your shulker box is down here. And then to start the system, go ahead and press the button. It should dispense a shulker box, and shortly after that it should be broken. As you can see here, it's saying the signal over, and it's going back around and breaking it. It should do this 10 times. Each shulker box is currently only getting 6 items in it, because that's how the default system works. And as you see, as soon as it finished the 10th items, the sticky piston came down, preventing any other items from going through. Now, if you want to auto load 32 items in a shulker box, place 14 items in here. This button up here is to dispense items out of the dropper. If you press it, you see one will come out, and the 10th one that was in the hopper comes on down in. If you press it a second time, it will activate the system. And now there's one open box. And if you look up and see, and it's currently filling the current shulker box. Now if we go in here and look, we can see 32. And now if we want 64 items, you would think it would be 28 items, but no, it's actually 30 items. So let's go ahead and take this one out and take this one out to start the system. And you can see 64 items are now in this one, and it's currently loading the 10th shulker box. As soon as it finishes loading, the system should deactivate and not do anything until one item is missing from the dropper. Now, if you want to do 2 stacks of items, we need to modify the circuit a little bit. We'll go ahead and in this chest here, we'll place 2 stacks of items. This comparator will now block this comparator from sending a signal until it gets over a certain amount. And then what we'll do is we'll drop our items in the hopper down to just 1. We will then remove these 2 repeaters and place redstone dust. And let's go ahead and start it. And here we go. 2 stacks of items. And it's doing its 10th shulker box, and then it'll deactivate and wait until the dropper has an open slot, and then it will start the process again. Hopefully you found this interesting. Please leave any comments or suggestions below. Thanks for watching.